morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all, wherever you're joining me at this hour. Welcome to 121 edition of Investdata Trading Academy live with Ambrose. Yes, I will start saying a big sorry for the delay in time. No, this technical, no issues here, but I will apologize for keeping you waiting. Yes, as usual, we want to look at what is happening at the global market. As we speak now, the global market remain mixed, in terms of trend, and this are also be kind of a stable performance in the market for international market for the past 1 week. We have seen a positive trend in that market, but why local market here? If you look down what is happening in the market here, I'll tell you that market is still making a lower low. As we speak now, market is in red, back here in Nigeria. But I will tell you that the mixed trend and performance we have seen that continue, today being Friday, for the previous days in the week, has been as a result of investors digesting what economic data and expected moves of the central banks banks across the globe in the midst of stronger earnings emanating from companies in different markets of the world. But for me, it's not a bad one. Yes, despite all the fear, all the geopolitical tension here, rising inflation, we're seeing also interest rate on hitting higher high, just for the central banks to manage or control inflation. But this has also influenced the market, in this way that the oscillation or the volatility was in the market have remained in the global market. But one good news in the global market is that after the market have suffered losses, but since this all like a month now, we have seen that the market has started to stabilize and resist decline. That is a good thing for this market across the globe. But down here in our human market, we have seen that yes, in the first half of the year, we saw our market making that sustainable growth till the end of month of June, market being above 20% year to date in positive terrain. But to speak now, can see that our market since end of June, July, we're still market trending down, making lower low, lower low, and lower high. No, but I believe that once the fund that's expected to move the market comes to our own local market, might see what a kind of rebound. And despite the oil prices also continue to oscillate. After the market, oil prices have tried to recover for two straight days. As we speak now, this our oil price are also pulled back again to trade lower than it opened. It closed yesterday. Tells you that these oil prices are also is part of what is also influencing all this activity we're seeing in the market. Knowing that some economy around the globe, their economic data are not too friendly, but some also are seeing sign of strength, but that's also influencing the market. And don't forget that the continued decline in commodity price in international market is a plus for the economies across the world. That means despite the ongoing war in Ukraine and Russia, you can see that the two countries have also given room for greens to be moving away from that territory. And I'll tell you that we can count about almost 25 to 26 ship leaving that war zone to the world to supply for greens, and these are also help to kind of step or kind of pull back prices of commodity in the international market and also in different output. We expect that if this can also temper what we call the inflation, that we might not see more aggressive in central banks in hiking interest rate. They might, but not as the way they did in the previous months or quarters before now. But if we continue to see this drop and also the peace finally come to this zone, and we're seeing activities that yes, despite the nuclear war, the nuclear zone was that has been a bone of contention now. As per Ukraine and Russia, who is trying to take in control of that zone. But I believe that once in all this, they able to broker peace within these parties or these two countries, we might see it also supporting common goal. We're seeing prices coming down in the international market, and oil price remain below $100. That will also be a plus for the for those companies, because cost of energy will naturally come down small. But I believe that because of the seasonal the period, this demand also be oscillating. But the good thing is that oil companies are in that is into oil business, they are still in profit. Even there's a kind of a pullback in price, what they are making is also enough for them to post good numbers that will support their prices and also their payout at the end of the day. That means we don't need to also panic at this time because of what is happening globally. As we speak now, I'll tell you that US market indices are up in green, while that of Europe markets are in red as we speak. In Africa, we've seen a mixed trend, but Down here, as I said earlier, the NGS is all down as a result of price adjustment of MTN and other profit taking in other stocks. But that is majorly why our market is down now, because MTN price were adjusted today for 5 naira 60 kobo. They declare as entry dividend. In Asia market, you can see the Asia market remain mixed. Don't forget that was here a sign of extension from that what happened in the previous session in Asia market, as far as oil price going to oscillate, and also this world here and there is also influencing all the market. But Asia being a country that demonstrated with oil price movements also have a way of influencing their price. But we're seeing that that market is still in mist now, extending what we saw yesterday in that zone, in that environment. For me, it's a good one for the market across the globe. But here back home, I want to look at what is happening in our market. We have seen good companies posting strong numbers, which everyone in the market is aware. But prices are not responding to this price. I understand why. And for me, it's a simple logic. These companies have become more cheaper for us to buy, but because there's no fund to move the price, that does not mean that equity market is a no-go area now. But rather, it provides kind of opportunity for design investor to know that this is the time for you to start in those companies that have done well. Because when funds start coming back to this market, it's going to do those stocks that are that are pulled back, that have fundamental, their earnings are strong, are where there will be attraction for investor to take a position. That means all you need to do at this point is for you to take advantage of this price we are seeing, that are also telling you that the upside potential of these companies are very, very high. You don't need to also panic at all, because we are seeing already what they have done, and also what is likely to support their price, and also their payout at the end of the day. That's why I said those that are trading our market here, yes, market is making lower low, and that will be a source of concern for some people. But for me, it's not to panic, because market has also rallied from all the way from here. You can see after this kind of side trending here, or consolidation between here and here, it didn't go below it before market now take off. You saw what here from here to here was also market consolidating before it break out. You can look at from here, from this point to this point, this almost like a 3 to 2 months before market make a breakout. Yes, we are seeing all this correction up and down here. You can see corrective move here, wave coming down. But I believe that the market also have potential. Once it has not taken out this from here, this is a kind of a side trending or a consolidation state again. Once market break below 49 mark, that is where serious concern will come. But I believe that as far that we are looking forward to see the end of the quarter, we already almost more than half of the second month. We're close to the last month of third quarter in September. Because of this adjustment since May, interest rate, you can see that the equity market has not been so attractive or so liquidity for investor. But I believe that design investors that know how to use that we call them technical traders, they know how to manage their portfolio. There are some spikes in some few stock, but when there's no liquidity in the market, you don't expect the market to move. But with time, when liquidity starts coming back, we expect the market to rebound and start looking up. That's why I will encourage investors that taking position, even when you have entered stock is coming down. If you don't have the need to sell now, you can take advantage of the pullback you are seeing the price of those stocks not to take position. Yeah, most times I don't preach averaging down, but there's a question that you see the market environment, especially if you are watching what is happening technically and also see the fundamental of the market. Yes, we know that this pre-election year in Nigeria, but that should also cause much more panic. People might be still sitting at the fence, but I believe that those that understand this market, which I know that professionals, if you know how to invest the market wisely, once they come back to this market, that liquidity that the market is lacking will naturally start coming back to the market. That's why you don't need also to panic as we speak now. That is what I need to let you know, because I know many people are concerned that the market has remained in a downtrend. But I believe once market can stabilize at this point and break out again 50 up again, that's a new trend again. That can also support the market to look up. But once market break down the 49, the 49,000 salary line, that is where worries will come. But I believe that with the information we are looking at, to see that the PFA that are still analyzing the earnings and other institutional investors and high net worth investors, once they start coming back to some stocks, we might see some uptrend. But the pullback in most of these stocks in different sectors that look attractive is, for me, it's an opportunity for you to buy this stock, because their price will not remain where it is, because most of the growth stocks that have suffered losses before now, I can see that most of them has given us a signal that they are expecting to go further down. If that we're able to identify those growth stocks and those value stock again, that is what you should be doing now. Don't panic, don't follow the bandwagon that people want to sell at a loss. But also don't forget to use your stop loss. For traders, Yes, you might not be doing averaging down for traders. Traders, you know how to cut your loss and hold your capital to wait for opportunity to jump in. I'm taking off those that are position no traders, position traders that want to enter and go for no for the medium and long term. For those that are traders, at this market is now what you do, you just go cash. Let's say that cash is in your portfolio. So when opportunity does come, you have cash to enter those opportunity. That is how you should also trade now for those that are what traders. But if you see there's no opportunity in the market, there's no need to jump into the market. You just hold your cash and watch until identify a clear opportunity for you to jump in, and that is how you can make money also in this market as we speak now. Yes, don't forget that most Friday in our market is also a sales Friday. But I believe that why we're seeing this pullback now in this in this market now is as a result of MTN. You know, which I said because of the markdown for 5 naira 60 kobo, and some stocks also where they take profit taking also sell off. But you can see that the market is also coming to form a double bottom here until break out this, and also saw market also I will see market sorry you see market breaking down the 49. But for me, if market sustain here and go back, that will be good. But all our eyes on the market now to see what the market will close. At the end of the day, this already afternoon. Traders will coming back to the market. They might change the trend. Seeing MTN at below 200 naira to also be attractive for those institutional investors. But I believe that once they start coming back to the market, we will see a kind of turn around in the market as we speak now from that space, because I believe that that is what the market is waiting for now as we speak. Yes, want to look at the state of the market technically. As we speak now, market is doing 49,383.21. That is about 161.11 no point down, representing about 0.3% in the red. This is also huge because don't forget that market lost about almost the same 0.29% yesterday, but at this hour, market is also losing about 0.3% again. This is also huge for me, but let's keep our finger crossed and watch. If you look at also the market bread remain negative. We are seeing 12 losers at this hour and 6 gainers only on the gainer start. Then if you look at the loser start, it's led by University Press. University Press has been kind of suffering a pullback for the past 3 trading days. University Press topping the chart, followed by Japan Gold. Then we can see the life of FCMB, you can see COVID business solution, and the WACO on the loser start as we speak now at this hour. Then if you turn to the gainer start, you can see the life of Jais Bank leading it, followed by Academic Press. You can see FBN Holding, Dangote Sugar, and the Transcorp on the gainer chart. Then if you look at the top trade in terms of volume that's controlling volume, you can see the life of FBN Holding, you can see UBA, you can see Access Corp, then GT Code, and the NGS Group. These are the terms in terms of volume as we speak. But quick one, before our time, we'll look at what is happening in FBN Holding. This stock have maintained its kind of stability. That's why what is happening in the market in that sector, even when the number they released for Q2 was not too attractive. You look at the top line and bottom line, but this stability has remained in this stock. That's a sort of shareholding structure. Want to look at what the chart is saying that this stock is doing. The UPA has also remained around the 7 naira all this while, but Access is pulling back seriously. But for me, looking at Access fundamental and also what is happening Access, this price is an attractive point for enter. We'll look at, is that Access trying to resist decline now, or is still going like a free fall? We want to look at Access. We can see what is happening in Dangote Sugar. Is it abandoned that we can still start jumping in now and see position what is happening in WAPCO. WAPCO also trading below 24 naira. Let's see time permit us to look at these stocks together using the chart. But if you look at the market, if you look at the index performance, or what we call index action as we speak now, the market is also, as I said earlier, is in red. But let's quickly call up our chart to help our indicators. Sorry, as I told you, that indicators is what you use also to confirm what is the strength behind what behind the momentum, the strength behind the strength behind the trend you are seeing. We are seeing markets pulling back. What is trend? Is it that this market will still pull back further? Let's look at, because with the help of indicators that combine price and volume, it gives you a clear direction. Yes, you can use other indicators as I told you earlier, but these two, price and volume are very, very important, and that is what indicators represent. That's why let's quickly call up this indicator to see. Let's look, take our MACD this time. Let's look at MACD, what MACD is saying about the market. Let's take MACD, what the MACD is saying about the market. Look at what MACD is saying about the market. Look at MACD. Look at money flow. Sorry, look at money flow, here, and our T line. Our T line, as usual, to take it to what? To 8 days moving average. Yes. Yes, if you look at this chart, these two lines or indicators are these are momentum indicators or called to help you to confirm the price action or index action, the one we are seeing above. We have put there our T line, which is a 8 days moving average exponential for us to confirm a breakout, a buy or a sell. No, because there's way for you to short when you see market index moving below the T line, you have to short. Above the T line, you have to also take position. These are the good things here, but we want to look at natural as we see. Now you can see from here, well, if you want me to expand it, but I'll tell you that the index as we speak is still trading below what the T line is. Very, you can see it here below the T line. This market situation, this is what is happening in the market today. Again, you can see that it's below the T line on a day chart. And for me, there's no cause for alarm. We're seeing this trend remaining for all this one. But what to do if you're in a good stock, but don't forget to use your stop loss. It's very important for traders, especially so that you can preserve your capital and also take advantage of any rebound because you have coins or cash to do it. Yes, you can see kind of a little upturn in money flow. That's why the market is coming down now. Even the volume traded at this hour is still very small in the general market, but we can see that the money flow is looking up. And but if you look at your MACD is still slightly bullish, but side trending that has not confirmed an uptrend or downtrend. But let's quickly look at what is MACD saying at this hour. Let's take our MACD from here to here. Let's see what MACD is saying. MACD is also, yeah, it's still slightly market MACD is sorry, it's also slightly bearish, waiting to cross. Once they cross to come on the signal line, that will give us a bullish signal for MACD. But money flow I can see is looking up gradually, looking up to read around 55 and above. Yesterday, market was down, morning index was down, money flow was down to around 52.28 or 23 yesterday. But this morning, as we speak, is looking up to read around 55 with what is happening in the market. That's also for me not a bad one for the market, but let all our eyes be in the market. We know that market is still showing some pullback because of this low liquidity as a result of rate hike, and also you can see that even the fixed income market activities there has been a bit calm because of what liquidity issue and also the inflation rate as we speak now. This will also be a plus for the market until funds start coming to the market. We won't know much. That's why markets they be low now, quiet and silent now, but just doing a side trend movement and also pulling back gradually. But let's see until market breakdown, which I've said earlier, the 49,000 mark, that is where we can complete. But at this time, market can form a double top here, a double bottom here, and go back. But you can see this is what we call lower lows and lower highs here. But let's see if the highs will be maintained at this point. But as I speak now, as I told you, market is down marginally again at this hour. Yes, pick one. Let's look at what is happening in FBN holding. I say it's very important to me and to you. What else happening in the market? You can see the life of other stocks in that banking sector. Even the traded and paying stock, they are looking southward. Only few like Zenith Bank is trying to maintain stability. Others are looking down, but you can see that this stock trying to show strength. Let's see what is happening. If you look at the chart of FBN holding, you can see that yes, it's trading slightly above the T line on a day chart. You can see money flow looking up here. MACD is still, missed that of is bearish at this hour. For 1 hour chart to give us a clear direction. Let's see on 1 hour chart, you can see that there's a as speak now there's a little pullback in the stock. That's why the volume that we're seeing here. There's a little pullback in that stock. And money flow is almost 98 on the day chart, and we're seeing MACD on a 1 hour chart looking bullish a little. But let's see what will happen at the end of the day. Quick one, look at UBA. UBA price has stayed as stable, trying to stabilize or form a strong support level at 7 naira. But then look at what UBA is doing now for us to know exactly what to do with the stock. This also into dividend paying stock. I told you that FDM is not into dividend, and this is a 1 hour chart for UBA. And as speaking now, it's trading slightly above the T line, and MACD is bullish for 1 hour chart, and why money flow is looking down for UBA. But let's go back to see what is the hourly chart. Daily chart is reading. But if you look at this range, you can see that if you take this here. I'll tell you that this what lower lows was seeing. We will say lower high here or lower low was seeing, but you can see also lower high here. This stock is still oscillating, but on a day chart, it's still trading above the T line slightly. I can see MACD and they try to see the if you look at the histogram is forming here once they cross here, but also on a day chart, we're seeing that money flow is looking down on this stock. The price remain around the 7 naira and 705 for UBA. But for those that are looking for interim dividend, if you look at the pattern here, if you draw your what we call symmetric line here, triangle here, it's a sign that either it's a continuation pattern, which also might likely break out depending on the strength of the number we're expecting between now and the first week of September for all these entry dividend paying banking stock. Let's quick one. Let's finally look at assets. Then assets we take Dangote, Sugar, and Wapu. Now we know we started a bit late. Let's cover this first. Let's look at the assets of what is happening in assets of very important for us to take that position to see what is happening in assets. Assets, as we speak now, on a day chart, there's one thing that you notice when you're reading your chart. You can see this stock here trying to resist glam. You see, it tested almost 820 or 8 almost 8 naira. This is a data before as you speak now. You can see it trying to come up here, but the stock is still on the downtrend. You can see the price action, but we're seeing that the likely reversal is here because yes, the MACD is becoming stronger on the bearish side, and money flow is looking down. But because of the price and also what that's why for those that are position traders, not for traders, we need to wait for a day traders or weekly traders, a confirmation of a breakout here before you jump in. But for those that are position takers, position traders, there's still opportunity in this stock. What we see, because we have not seen any negative news that should also keep the price at this low here. With the price we're seeing now, the stock becoming cheap, and for me to look at as a trader or investor, depending on how you trade. If you are a day trader, you need to confirm a reversal first. For those that are position trader, I think the stock is looking good at this point. Let's look at now a 1 hour chart for assets as we speak. Yes, it's not too both the technicals or both price action and other indicators are still looking down. Apart from MACD trying to confirm, I will see a little turn in what in just a turn around the 41 in the money flow, but we need to confirm this by next week trading activities. Let's quickly look at what is happening in Dangote and WAPCO before we call it a day for today. Let's see what is happening in Dangote's sugar. Let's see what is happening in Dangote sugar. Dangote sugar on 1 hour chart, you can see also it's trading slightly below the T line. You can see this big red candle here, and you can see the still bullish. You can see it's above the signal line here. The money flow is down below 10. No point for me. It's not too attractive, but let's see what this chart is saying. This chart is saying also yes, money flow is looking down. Yes, for this company, we have seen that the is filling in below the T line. I can see that it's down already here. I can see it here, but MACD is also bearish and money flow is looking down. For those that are traders, you might also wait to see, but you can see that this is strong support level or triple bottom was in here. But let's see on to continue up or go down, but let's watch and see what is going to happen in Dangote sugar. Lastly, let's look at the WAPCO. WAPCO Liquid Africa. Look at Liquid Africa. As we speak now, on a day chart, the stock still remain. You can see MACD is a bit bullish, but money flow is looking down to be around 48. But if you look at the what we call the trend line, the price action, and the T line, still below the T line until break up at above it. These are why, and also if you look at your volume, is the volume we're seeing is still very low, below the average daily volume of the stock. That's why you don't need to panic. For those that are position takers in this stock, traders don't need to panic, but rather you can use those one to increase your position. But I believe for those that are traders, once you confirm a breakout, that is the time you also jump. You can see here the clear one before you see uptrend. But now we're seeing a trend below. It came up again. Now to speed trading below the T line. Start patient to see if the reversal and from next week. That next week always entering the week that usher into the last trading week of the month of August. And September is also where you expect to see a low activity because it is the month that people are looking at the end of the quarter. As from middle of September, you start seeing position taking for what, for expectation of what, the Q3 number. And don't forget, Q3 number is very key. And for what we are seeing, if implemented like now, well, I said recently that the CBN has tried to cut the interest for all those critical sector intervention from the 9% single digit to 5%. That would be a plus for them. I mean, the cost of transaction we have seen, like I said yesterday, on most of these results for Q2. If that is suppressed and reduced, we might see also a better Q3. Again, the sectors, that activities there is still very positive. And we're able to pass their cost and into to consumers by increasing their price. We're still able to see positive number. And those that their services are still very essential. Their demand is elastic. Even when increase in price will not affect demand. Yes, no, we're still saying that there are also changes in the environment also. That's the sectors that will benefit from what is happening. And as a result of being pre-election here, as particular sectors or companies that will benefit from here because of activities of the government, what they're doing to prepare for what, for election. For me, let's keep our finger crossed, until next week and see how market will go. But I believe that once market close below 49, that's where we should be seriously concerned. But as we speak now, let's watch and see the possibility that market will rebound on the strength of liquidity, because we see liquidity has becoming tight and tight, and that is affecting the market at this hour. So I will say thank you for your time throughout this week. Sorry for starting a bit late today. Look forward to see you at the Q&A session tomorrow by 12 o'clock. And I remain Ambrose Omodion. Yes, we will see other things by today. Tomorrow we'll see other things on the YouTube. That's why I said subscribe. And the analysis hangout is also going to be on the YouTube by tomorrow. Then also other activities here and there. We expect to see more activities on that YouTube, so that you can go there and also look at other things that will help you. That's why I say if you're not subscribed to that sector, YouTube, go there and subscribe. And also go to our website and look at other things that will guide you about the market, as well as we put them out to guide our followers and investors to make informed investment decisions and not to panic as others are panicking, because you are investing with knowledge. You also know when to hold and when to sell, when to apply your stop loss, when to take your profit. These are the things I teach here, and I believe that as you put them into action, your portfolio will not remain the same. See you tomorrow by God bless, and enjoy the rest of your trading days. I remain Ambrose Omodio. Thank you for your time.